Ultra-Processed People is the book from Chris van Tulleken on ultra-processed food. The classification of food in relation to its processing is relatively new, but has its roots in the NOVA classification. This describes 4 distinct levels of processing. 1. Unprocessed or minimally processed food, such as fruit or eggs. 2. Processed culinary ingredients, such as cooking oils. 3. Processed food, such as that which has undergone very simple storage processing, like tinning. And 4. Ultra-processed food. This last category reflects food that has undergone extensive processing and modification, to the extent that it is barely really food anymore. A useful heuristic is that it is wrapped in plastic and contains at least one ingredient that you do not have in your kitchen. This is a useful model because of the increasing evidence of harm to our health from ultra-processed foods. This seems to particularly arise from the adverse metabolic effects it causes, and potentially also through disturbances of our gut microbiome. The consequences include obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and mental health disturbances, amongst others. The clinical evidence of this is continuing to build. The mechanism of these adverse effects likely stem from their hyperpalatability. This is a key feature of their design to encourage their consumption and therefore sales. Clever manipulation of their taste and softness makes them very easy to overconsume, leading to excess calorie consumption with little other nutrition. This is exacerbated by how energy dense they often are, and this calorie excess is probably the major mechanism of harm. Many of the constituents, added for the palatability or preservation, also seem concerning for direct health effects, such as emulsifiers. In addition, they are cleverly marketed, adding a psychological drive for consumption on top of the physiological. All of this suggests that we should look at limiting the role of ultra-processed food within our diet and cut back where able.